And good afternoon, I'm Nicole Pence. We continue to follow breaking news during the commercial breaks of the U.S. Open. A massive fire on the city's west side has been burning for hours, and firefighters say they will battle this one throughout the evening. Take a look at the smoke still coming from what we understand is nationwide recycling, as well as shelter distribution near Belmont Avenue and Oliver Avenue. More than 200 firefighters from several different departments are still battling this fire. Because of all the smoke in the area, Metro Police along with fire crews are evacuating neighborhoods near that fire. We're told a 5-block radius from Harding to Belmont and then from Oliver Avenue to Washington Street. People in those areas are being taken to 2 different locations, and police are taking some of them to the Southwest Roll Call Center on King Street. And then the Red Cross is also taking some of those evacuees to their headquarters at 441 East 10th Street. An earlier view from above aboard the Indianapolis Metro Police Department's helicopter shows what crews are dealing with. Look at that. There are tires, vinyl siding, aluminum, and pallets in that burning building. Fire crews are worried about spot fires and wind, which has made it a little more difficult, and the explosions are a concern. That fire started just before 1 p.m. at Nationwide Recycling and spread to shelter distribution. They're on Belmont Avenue, just south of Washington Street. It quickly turned into a 3-alarm fire. About 200 emergency crews have been called to that scene. 3 firefighters were told have been hurt. That smoke plume could be seen for several miles, and air traffic has been told to stay clear. We have live team coverage tonight. David McAnally is with neighbors who had to be evacuated. But let's begin with Jennifer Carmack for the latest on the efforts to battle that blaze and the investigation. Jennifer. This fire could be seen as far south as Greenwood and as far north as Westfield. And of course, our viewers let us know. Stephanie Howard shared this photo with her view from the canal downtown. David Dans took this shot closer to the fire off Belmont Avenue. Jennifer Cobb and her family were at the Indianapolis Zoo when they first saw the smoke in the sky. Bears fan Mike took this view looking downtown towards Indianapolis. Nick Nicholson took this photo from the 22nd floor of the JW Marriott, and Mike Whittemore sent us a photo he took from an airplane. If you want to see more viewer pictures from the Indy Belmont fire, or if you want to share your own pictures, be sure to check out our website, WTHR.com, and then click on Hot Topics. So let's go over what we know this evening. That fire spread from Nationwide Recycling to shelter distribution along Belmont Street on the Indy's west side. It took almost 8 hours to bring that fire under control. 3 firefighters were slightly injured. 60% of the Nationwide Recycling building has collapsed. Embers have traveled up to 1/8 of a mile away and set dumpsters on fire. And investigators are telling us they most likely will not be able to get into that building until Monday. You can, of course, follow our coverage on WTHR.com. You can follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. We're going to keep following this breaking news all night, including updates throughout this newscast. And then make sure you watch Eyewitness News Weekend Sunrise beginning at 6 a.m. for continuing coverage. There is a lot going on here in the Richmond Hill neighborhood as they mark the 1-year anniversary of this explosion. And joining me live right now is Jennifer Pritchard and her daughter Lucy. They were just able to move back into their home just a couple months ago after that explosion. And Jennifer, let's tell everybody at home what we're doing tonight is remembering Dion and Jennifer Longworth and also embracing the fact that this community is stronger than ever.
Yes, absolutely.
Mayor Ballard is here along with several other people involved in helping the emergency response of that night. Only a year ago, 80 homes were damaged or destroyed. 15 of them have been rebuilt. And again, Jenny, we've got a lot more special coverage of the Richmond Hill anniversary as this neighborhood rebuilds and as we all honor Jennifer and Dion Longworth. I'll send it back to you for now. And there you see it at the finish line here of the One America 500 Festival Mini Marathon. 35,000 people are making their way toward that finish line in the nation's largest half marathon. Good morning, everyone. I'm Nicole Pence, and you are joining us for a special edition of Weekend Sunrise as we continue to cover this mini marathon live. We have been on all morning long since 6 in the morning, and of course, several people have already crossed that finish line. For the thousands of people running, each has a story of how they got to the mini marathon. For some, it was a family bond that brought them here to run this race, and we will meet a father and son running their first mini marathon together. You're also going to see how an Indianapolis company is going the extra mile for its employees that are running in the midi. Now, the weather today has been fantastic, according to these runners. The rain has stayed away. The wind eventually died down, and it was a great day to run. Let's check in, though, on your current temperatures through the rest of the morning and throughout the rest of your weekend. Let's get a check with meteorologist Nicole Pence. Nicole, thank you. And we've got a special interview with us right now. The first woman from Indiana to cross the finish line, Nicole Fisher from Indianapolis. Nicole, though, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, this is the fourth time, though, that you have been the first female from Indiana. Is that right?
It is. It is.
Obviously, as everybody is done with 13.1 miles, Andrea Johnson with Blue Mile has been hanging out with us here for our extended special coverage on Weekend Sunrise. Take a look at that clock, though. We need to point out the clock. The fact that the clock says 2 hours and 6 minutes, while you see a lot of people walking through the finish line ecstatic that they finished 13.1 miles, Andrea, the average time is 2 hours and 30 minutes. We've got some ways to go.
We do have some ways to go.
And let's get you caught up on that breaking news. Police in Muncie tell Eyewitness News 2 officers and a suspect are in the hospital this morning. We were first to alert you to this breaking news this morning on Weekend Sunrise and with our WTHR mobile alerts. Officers responded to a bar fight in Muncie in the 3400 block of South Walnut Street. Eyewitness News reporter Carrie Klein is there live with new developments. Carrie. A lot of information you were able to bring us, Carrie. Thank you. We'll talk with you in the next 30 minutes right here on Weekend Sunrise. It is 9:04, and we're going to shift gears from that important breaking news story to the weather situation. It is the first day of fall today, and happy first day of fall, Kelly.
Thanks, you too. What do you love about fall?
I love the fact that the smells in the air, and I do love that pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks.
Yes, anything pumpkin for me, I love.
Exactly. Candles, and the weather today is going to be perfect for everybody who's excited about the fall season.
It is. It's going to be a beautiful day.
And Kelly, thank you. It is 9:04 on this Sunday. In other news this morning, a break this morning for police trying to find out who was behind a hit-and-run accident that left a 13-year-old boy dead. Police tell Eyewitness News they believe they found the SUV that hit the 2 boys in Kokomo last week. 13-year-old Christian Reed died a day after he and his friend were hit while riding a moped. The other teen was badly injured. No word right now on any arrests. A woman has died after trying to cross a 465 late last night. This all happened right near 38th Street. Police tell Eyewitness News that woman had been walking in the median and then crawled over a concrete barrier and tried to cross 465. She was hit by a pickup truck and killed. Police had to close down all of the southbound lanes of 465 while they investigated. Still no word yet this morning if that driver of the pickup truck will be cited that hit her. We'll continue to update you on this story throughout the morning and, of course, online at WTHR.com. 9:05 on this Sunday morning, and we are following an outpouring of support for fallen Indianapolis Metro Police officer Rod Bradway. We want to show you a vigil for the officer killed in the line of duty at the apartment complex where that shooting took place. Co-workers, neighbors, and even complete strangers gathered yesterday to pay tribute to Bradway. Police Chief Rick Height is spreading the word that Bradway died a hero, saving 2 people's lives. Former co-workers say that Officer Bradway was the kind of officer you'd want to show up if you called 911. He was someone who took pride in wearing the uniform and serving his community. And the community is invited to attend Officer Bradway's visitation and his funeral this week. That viewing is at Crown Hill Funeral Home on Wednesday. That's from 2 until 8. His funeral will be at Bankers Life Fieldhouse on Thursday morning. That's at 11 o'clock. And the burial will follow at Crown Hill Cemetery. It is 9:06 on your Sunday morning. It is 54 degrees outside. A look outside, that cool, crisp fall air has arrived, and meteorologist Kelly Green is excited about it. And the lights are hung on Monument Circle, and the giant tree is in place on Rockefeller Center. And now the Macy's Believe campaign is underway. Macy's is donating $1 to Make-A-Wish for each letter to Santa dropped in a Believe box at Macy's stores. And I'm ready to write my letter to Santa, so I brought in a very special helper. Ariana's here with me to write her letter to Santa too, and we're going to be able to make a lot of kids' wishes come true. And you have a wish that you want to come true, right? Mm-hmm. Ariana, tell us what your wish is right now.
My wish is to go to Amsterdam to see Anne Frank's house.
You've been reading Anne Frank's books, right, about her?
Yes.
And she inspired you to create a journal, is that right?
Yes.
So why will it be so neat for you to go all the way to Amsterdam and see her house and see where she lived?